Good morning, excuse me. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to the LBFW Win. This is your boy Lewis, and I'm back once again with another heavy hitter banger with yet another video. Before I get started, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure your notifications are turned on. Make sure you guys share the video, and make sure you guys comment down below. Appreciate it, guys. So hope everybody's having a wonderful morning to start their Wednesday. I want to switch gears a bit. We are talking about wrestling. Yes, wrestling. So if you guys didn't watch the Royal Rumble on Sunday, to my wrestling fans out there, WWE/AEW fans, Drew McIntyre has won the Royal Rumble. The funny thing is, I actually picked him to win this year's Royal Rumble because I thought that the WWE, to me, was going to find a way to push Drew McIntyre to be in the main event spot at WrestleMania. I mean, just take a look at him right now compared to where he was 9-10 years ago. And even when he was in 3MB with Jinder Mahal and Heath Slater, just where he was years ago, looking at him now, looking like a 300 damn Sparta. He looks like a Spartan. That's how he looks like. He looks like a Sparta, bro. Chiseled out of stone. The guy just looks the part. And his mic skills even got better from what they were before. I mean, I like Drew McIntyre. I don't like him as a face, though, and they're kind of doing that with him right now since he won the Royal Rumble and he's challenging Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. My thoughts on the Royal Rumble was I thought they got it right with Drew McIntyre. I think he's going to be the next big thing. I just think that the WWE has to do a very good job of marketing him right, for him to be able to win at WrestleMania 36, which I believe is in Tampa this year because the Royal Rumble was in Houston. So congratulations to Drew McIntyre. I'm actually a big fan of Drew McIntyre. I like his character. He's very good in the ring. I thought, like I said, his mic skills, in my opinion, they improved from when he was the original Drew McIntyre from years ago. And, he's gotten so much better over the years. Brock Lesnar, to me, is a problem because I was a big fan of his. Now, he's still a big money draw, guys, in terms of what Vince does with him because, he's got to make him look invincible and all that. But it's like the Brock Lesnar that I once knew, I no longer see anymore. He came with hot fire back in 2012, and I'm seeing him with his, he brought his MMA style to the ring, and I'm like, okay, Brock Lesnar not only is bringing you the power, but he's even bringing you, some MMA, techniques, into his repertoire. I'm like, yo, this guy's going to be scary. And at one point, he was a real beast. I don't look at him like that anymore. I get sick and tired of seeing a part-time guy holding a title so long, waiting for somebody to, come and take it from him. And I'm just like, yo, there's a lot of guys who are putting in work right now in the WWE, and you're giving it to a guy who pretty much does the same thing. He's kind of, in some ways, he's kind of become the modern day Goldberg. And I say that because now a lot of things you just see are German suplexes, German suplexes, German suplexes, German suplexes, belly to belly suplexes, and then F5. Like, that's really what you see now from Brock. I remember Brock being an athletic 295-pound guy. I mean, I remember him doing the shooting star press against Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 19 in one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all damn time. Like, Brock Lesnar was so well-rounded for a 6'3", 295-pound athlete. He not only impressed you with his power, but athleticism, surprising speed, strength. Brock Lesnar was a total package. I mean, this guy dominated in the UFC. He dominated. He was a 3-time WWE champion like early in his career before he left the first time. But now the championships that he's won now, they feel a lot more forced than what they were organically back then when he first started. I got to see how they're going to push this storyline, and I got to see. And I know Brock Lesnar on Monday, he gave Drew McIntyre the F5. I want to see how this storyline unfolds to tell me if this match is going to be good or not. And the question right now is, I don't know. But we're going to see in the coming months on the road to WrestleMania, because ladies and gentlemen, we always know that the Royal Rumble is always the start on the road to WrestleMania. So shout out to Drew McIntyre. And I hope that he does win the championship. But again, creative team has got to do a great job in making it right with him, because they can easily screw him up. And then next thing you know, it's like, because they've screwed up so many guys. I think of Samoa Joe. I think of Braun Strowman. There were potentially some guys that really could have took over this company, and WWE has just failed miserably with those guys. I don't know why. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Moving on to the next topic. Well, one of the big surprises were the return of the rated R superstar, Edge. One of my favorites, one of my all-time favorites. A guy who made opportunists look cool. A guy who made the word opportunist with style. He did it with style. He did it with swag. That's what Edge was. At 46 years old, he made his return to the Royal Rumble. I was shocked. I had no idea he was coming back. Maybe there were rumors on the internet. Maybe there was rumors on social media that Edge was going to make a return at the Rumble. I did not know that he was coming back. So that was to my surprise. He got a huge standing ovation. Crowd went crazy. Edge looked really good in the ring. I know he was mostly doing spears and stuff, but still, like, to see him in the ring again, it's like he looked like he hadn't lost a step. And, this is a guy who hasn't wrestled in damn nearly 9 years. For those who don't know, he had to retire in 2011 because of a second neck injury that forced him out for good. And I even said when he injured his neck back in 2003, I believe it was in January of 2003, he was on borrowed time. That's what the doctor said when they performed the neck surgery operation. And Edge missed more than a year of action the first time he got neck surgery. The second time that he injured his neck, I believe, was around 2010 or so, and they said you had to retire because now you're dealing with permanent paralysis if you were to continue. So he was on borrowed time. I was amazed that Edge was even able to wrestle 8 more years after that. But I'm pretty sure that I know that they were probably cautious with him, even though some of the things that he did, it looked like could have ended his career a lot sooner. But I'm just happy that I got to see Edge back. And the reason that he came back out on Raw and the reason he came out at the Rumble is I know he wanted one more match to go out on his terms. Because he even said it himself when he was telling the crowd, he doesn't know how long he has left in terms of he doesn't know how long this is going to last. And right now, when I look at Edge, I mean, the guy has a 6-pack. This is probably arguably the best shape that Edge has been in his life, or at the very least for a long time. Because he looks great. I mean, I was looking at him on Instagram and some of the pictures that, he took. And I was like, man, Edge looks really great, man. He's in unbelievable shape. But I kept telling myself, man, like, this dude needs to really stay retired because I don't really want to see him in a wheelchair. I really don't. Like, he's got 2 kids, beautiful wife and Beth Phoenix. And I'm like, yo, Edge, don't risk your life. But, he wanted to come back because this is what he loves. I mean, and he did this not only for himself, but he did it for the fans, so it was great. And then there was a moment in that Royal Rumble match where Randy Orton came in, and then you just had nostalgia. You had rated RKO feelings once again, and I'm like, this is cool. Edge ends up eliminating Randy Orton. Edge was like, I know what you're trying to do. Like you, and it's true. Those things, man. You rekindle the past, and you're like, man, like I would have done the same thing to you, right? So Edge speaks out. Randy Orton comes out. Randy Orton tells Edge, would you want to recreate rated RKO one more time? And I'm like, this has got feelings of DX all over again when Triple H turned on Shawn Michaels. That's the exact thing that I thought about. Maybe not best friends, but, again, 2 very good friends in Orton and Edge. Edge was kind of thinking about it. The fans were going, yes, yes, yes. And then Randy Orton RKOs him. And I had a feeling that was going to happen, which also told me that there was going to be a storyline between Edge and Orton. I think that this is going to be one of the more interesting storylines that we've seen in a very long time. And it's 2 guys who were in rated RKO together. A small faction that went up against DX in late 2006. That was actually some of the most entertaining stuff that I've seen between 2 factions, which was cool. Shawn Michaels and Triple H against Randy Orton and Edge. For those who remember that, little mini rivalry. It didn't last long, but it was actually some really good stuff from an entertainment standpoint. So I honestly think that this is going to be good. I just hope that Edge doesn't get injured in the process to where it's like, again, he has to call it quits and then just go. What I would like to see, though, is I hope in my heart that we get to see one last match from Edge, against Randy, former rated RKO buddies. And I hope the match delivers, man, so that Edge could go out on top because he came back because he wants to go out on his terms. not that whole forced retirement. Those are those things that, so it depends on how, you take it. There's some people who are like, I don't regret the way my career turned out. So it's like, I just deal with the consequences. And there's other people that just like, they feel like they had so much more to give to the business and, to the business because they love to do this, that they just don't want to end it like that. That they don't want to end because of an injury, and then they have to go home, and then they have to contemplate of how my life would have been if I'd been able to continue. Like Edge is already in the Hall of Fame because he went into the Hall of Fame in 2012. But like I said, Edge wants closure. That's why he's back. And that's why I think that he wants to have one more match. And like I said, he had a second neck surgery, and he said it on Raw. He busted his ass to come back, to get in the best shape possible. And like I said, he looks phenomenal. He looks phenomenal. I mean, Randy Orton last night was like, on Sunday, he was like, yo, you got a six pack. Like he didn't really have that in his, a lot of times that I used to see him wrestle. But like I said, a part of me is I'm happy he's back. And then a part of me is like, yo, I just hope he doesn't get hurt again. But once again, man, ladies and gentlemen, so like I said, I really hope that the storyline works out. But I think the storyline is going to be good. I think the storyline is going to be good between Randy and Edge. And like I said, with Drew McIntyre and then with Brock Lesnar. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Lewis. Let me know what you guys think about, these two things, with Drew McIntyre being pushed as a main eventer to possibly be the WWE champion, and, Randy Orton and Edge rekindling a past in terms of making a match now for WrestleMania 36. Like, what do you guys think of these two storylines? And let me know in the comments. As always, bless up, live, laugh, love. Thank you guys for watching. And I want you to listen to this message. I'm going to introduce you to somebody that you guys know very well. And he has a message for, not just for me, for the LBFW, and not just for my subs, but for everybody out there, man. Take a listen.
Hello, everyone. I'm so sorry I can't be with you tonight. However, I couldn't completely miss the chance to take a moment to share some thoughts with all of you. The lesson I cherish the most is how important it is to love what you do. If you love what you do and it's making you happy, all the hard work and perseverance will pay off. I once had a guidance counselor tell me that I shouldn't play basketball, that it would never amount to anything for me. His negativity towards me made me stronger. You can't stop people from trying to limit your dreams, but you can stop it from becoming a reality. Your dreams are up to you. I encourage you to always be curious, always seek out things you love, and always work hard once you find it. So with that, I'll let you carry on with your evening. Please know I'm thinking of you, supporting you, and encouraging you always. Peace.